Hello, my friends. My name is Michelle, and I am the creator behind Creative M Shell, where I own my own crochet business. I am almost up to 200 subscribers on YouTube here, and I wanted to do a Q&A so you can get to know me a little bit more. I put out posts on Instagram, on YouTube, on my Facebook page, all of my business pages, and I had 5 people respond. My first question I received was from Martha and Hooks and Fluffer Knots. Both asked, how long have you been crocheting? So I am going to say that I officially started in December of 2021. The next question is from Fluffer Knots, and she said, what made you start crocheting? I've done various things. My first husband had passed away. I decided to pick up crocheting. So my what made you start crocheting kind of ties in with the other things. So I'm going to tell you that the Yarn Lounge asked me, how did you learn? Then Story for Me asked me, what was the first thing you ever crocheted? And then the Yarn Lounge asked, least favorite thing to make. So they kind of all flow into each other. So what made me start crocheting was I had done various hobbies. My grandmother had tried to teach me how to do crochet early on in my childhood. She taught me the chain, maybe the double crochet. I didn't really appreciate it, so I didn't continue on. So I just dropped it. Back to the December 2021, my daughter loved BTS. Well, she still loves BTS. A friend of mine started making this BTS army blanket for her daughter that she had created on Stitch Fiddle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my daughter would love this. And I said, I wish I had learned how to crochet back when my grandma tried to teach me. And she's like, oh, well, this is really easy. I can help you. I can help get you started. I went over to her house and we went to Joann's. She helped me get the yarn and a hook and I think a bag maybe to put it in. I can't remember when I got the bag, but she taught me how to do it. It was a corner to corner grafgan. Right. The very first thing I'm going to do is a corner to corner grafgan, but I'm the type of person, go big or go home. So I started the blanket and I got a little bit here. I'll insert a picture up here. Got a little bit of it done. Needless to say that I did not finish that blanket March of 2023. Yes, I know it took me a while, but I'm surprised that I finished it. If you call it finished, because let me show you. I have it right here. And it's not technically finished because I haven't woven in the ends. I haven't completely finished it. Now, the last stitch was completed in March of 2023, but I still have to weave in the ends. So let me back up here. Let's see if we can do this little roll blanket thing that people do. If I've got enough room. Let's back all the way up. So here is my corner to corner grafgan. You can't even see it all. So we have an open door, a closed door, and then at the bottom we have BTS. And we have Army. And a bunch of ends to sew in. It'll get done one day. Cheyenne, I promise you, I'll get it done. Well, that brings me to the next couple of questions. The Yarn Lounge asked me, what is my least favorite thing to make? Blankets. Definitely blankets. The go big or go home told me I do not like blankets. Flufferknot says, why do you hate making blankets? I have done like a car seat blanket for a baby. That is okay. But I love the satisfaction of getting something done quickly. I like to see a finished project that didn't take me hours and days or months. Now, maybe it doesn't take somebody that long to make that, but I get very bored. Who is my favorite things to make, which is also by Flufferknots and the Yarn Lounge both asked me that question. My favorite thing are toys, plushies, amigurumi. I can never say that. Amigurumi. I have to say it slow. That's my favorite thing to make. I love the satisfaction of doing something and having anything done between 5 minutes or a couple of hours. And that's what I like to do. I want to see my finished project done. I like to see a pile of 20 animals done in a basket or on the table. I don't like to put aside the blanket and have to pick it up and keep on working on it for days. So definitely least favorite, blankets. Most favorite are the toys, the plushies, the thing that gives me the most gratification. And the Yarn Lounge asked, what is my favorite hooks and my favorite yarn to use? So my favorite hooks, without a question of a doubt, my O-Fire hooks. I love these hooks. I'm not going back. These are by far my favorite. Right now, these are it, guys. My go-to is a size 6.5 because my favorite yarn is either Bernat blanket yarn or my absolute favorite is Premier Basics Chenille. I love how soft that yarn is. It's perfect to me. The next couple of questions are from Flufferknots and are in regards to basically social media kind of questions and my YouTube journey. Now I am just starting on my YouTube journey, so I'm not know-it-all of YouTube, obviously. I don't even have 200 subscribers yet, but I just started and that's a big step. So she had asked, what were the most difficult parts of beginning your YouTube journey? If you know me, you know that I am an extreme introvert. I have difficulty with large groups of people, with people that I don't know. I just shy away from that type of thing because I'm such an introvert. I don't like to do parties. Just never have been a fan of crowds. It kind of gives me like just anxiety to know that if there's going to be a big group of people, because I'd rather have a small gathering, my closest friends or something. That was my biggest difficulty, my most difficult. Then it was also, who wants to watch me? Why would anyone want to watch me? Do I want to watch me? Just playing. But really, I mean, I didn't know if anyone would want to watch anything that I have to do. And I found that even just my friends that don't crochet, they like to see what I do here in my office with my crochet, the process that I talk about, things like that. And all my family and my friends like live far away. So therefore, they get to see some of my day-to-day stuff, something that I like to do and that I'm passionate about. So they get to see that and watch it on a video. And then also, this is here for my daughter for years to come. And, you know, we have learned that with the death of my husband, her father, that life is short. You never know when somebody's not going to be around. And I wish I had more videos and pictures of my husband, and I don't. I don't know. I wish I had more to give her for memories of her and her dad, and I don't. So these will be around forever for her. So as long as somebody doesn't take them down, they'll be here. So Cheyenne, I love you. And if you're watching this in 2050 and I'm not here, just remember I love you. And the next question is from Fluffernauts again. Do you have any recommendations for someone to make it easier for them to start other than just start? And I understand that. Kind of though, it is just that. I mean, like, just start. But remember, you can always start it out. If you don't like it yourself, you don't have to post. If you go a couple years and you're not growing, you can always delete them. You can always make them private. Use your phone to start. Use the free resources out there like CapCut to edit your videos. Eventually, you know, invest in other items to help your editing or to help your videos. It really is hard, especially for an introvert like me, to just put myself out there. And I had to say, what the heck? Why not? Try it, see what happens. You never know. I really don't have anything other than that. I wish I did, but for myself, I don't know. Just throw yourself out there. You never know what somebody's going to like and what someone's going to think until you put yourself out there. And just be yourself, be genuine, but mostly be yourself. That's most important, is letting them know who the real you are. All right, we're down to the last two questions. So Martha and Hooks asked, what is your favorite food? I'm a vegetarian. My favorite foods or my favorite types of food is Mexican and Italian. But Mexican, I like spicy food, so therefore, if I can get something vegetarian, a taco salad with everything except for the meat, love it. Italian, veggie pizza, of course. Pasta is like endless with vegetarian options. So mind you, vegetarian is different than vegan, because vegan is anything that are meat byproducts such as eggs, milk, cheese. Not me, because I gotta have the cheese on my Mexican and gotta have the cheese on my Italian. All right, and then the last question is from Story For Me, and she asked, what are your other hobbies? I have done several things throughout the years. I've done scrapbooking, card making, stamping. I do like to read, although with rheumatoid arthritis, it makes it hard to hold a book. So I haven't done a whole lot of that in the recent years, but I do love to read. I love horror movies, so anything that's a horror movie, I'm down for watching. So those are my other types of hobbies. However, I have a basement full of stuff for scrapbooking and card making and stamping. Maybe one day I'll get them out to incorporate them into more of my room. A few things that I've gotten out that I can use for just like packaging or, notes to my customers, stuff like that, that I've been able to incorporate in. But maybe one day I'll have like a scrapbooking area, my yarn area. I don't know. We'll see. I need to do something with it. It's not doing me any good in the basement, so I might as well get it out, right? And that's all from me in this video. Hopefully it was short enough. I just wanted to do just a little bit of get to know me, relax, and just tell you a little bit about myself. Thank you so much for those of you that submitted questions for me. And everyone who is here, thank you for watching. If you watched to the end, let me know if there's anything you would like me to elaborate on. Send me a message, comment down below. If you are new here, I hope that you enjoyed this video and take a look at some of my other ones. So until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.